Hey gearheads, Jay Leno here, and today we're talking about the stuff of legends Ferrari. You know the name, you know the Prancing Horse, but do you know the story behind the speed? Buckle up, because we're going back in time to Modena, Italy, where it all began with a young man named Enzo Ferrari. Born in 1898, Enzo wasn't your average kid. This was a time when cars were still a novelty, but for Enzo, they were an obsession. Picture this 10-year-old Enzo at his first motor race, eyes wide with awe as the cars roared past. That's when the speed bug bit him, and boy did it bite hard. Life threw Enzo some curveballs early on. He lost his father and brother during World War I, forcing him to grow up fast. But through it all, his love for cars never faded. He started out as a test driver, a far cry from the racing legend he'd become. But Enzo had a knack for handling machines, a natural talent that couldn't be ignored. It wasn't long before Alfa Romeo, a rising star in the racing world, noticed Enzo's skills. He joined their team, first as a driver, then as a manager. This was where Enzo learned the ins and outs of racing, the strategy, the mechanics, the sheer determination it took to win. Little did he know, this was just the beginning of his own legendary journey. Now, Alfa Romeo in the 1920s was like the Ferrari of its day. Fast, stylish and winning races left and right. Enzo, with his natural talent behind the wheel, fit right in. He wasn't just driving these cars, he was feeling them, pushing them to their limits, and crossing the finish line with that trademark Italian flair. But Enzo wasn't just a skilled driver. He had a mind for the mechanics, the strategy, the whole shebang. He understood that winning wasn't just about speed, it was about teamwork, precision, and squeezing every ounce of power out of those engines. As Enzo rose through the ranks at Alfa Romeo, he wasn't content with just being a driver, or even a manager. He had a bigger vision, a dream of creating something truly special, a team built on passion, innovation, and an unquenchable thirst for victory. This wasn't just about building fast cars, it was about building a legacy. And that, my friends, is where the story of Scuderia Ferrari truly begins. The year was 1929. The Great Depression was in full swing, but Enzo Ferrari, ever the optimist, saw an opportunity. He founded Scuderia Ferrari, not as a car manufacturer, not yet, but as a racing team. This was his chance to build something from the ground up, to instill his own values of speed, precision, and Italian craftsmanship. Now, every great team needs a symbol, something that embodies its spirit. For Enzo, that symbol came in the form of a prancing horse. He'd seen it on the side of a fighter plane piloted by Francesco Baracca, a World War I ace, and it struck a chord with him. The horse represented power, speed, and national pride, everything Enzo wanted Scuderia Ferrari to embody. Scuderia Ferrari, with its prancing horse emblem, quickly became a force to be reckoned with on the racing circuit. Enzo had a knack for spotting talent, both behind the wheel and in the workshop. He assembled a team of dedicated engineers and drivers who shared his passion for pushing the limits of automotive performance. But fate, as it often does, had other plans for Enzo and his beloved Scuderia. Life, as we know, can be a real gear grinder sometimes, and for Enzo, it dealt him a devastating blow in 1956. His son Dino, a promising young engineer who shared his father's passion for cars, tragically passed away. It was a loss that shook Enzo to his core, a pain that would stay with him forever. But even in the face of such heartbreak, Enzo's dedication to his craft never wavered. In fact, if anything, it fueled his determination. He poured his grief and his love for his son into Scuderia Ferrari, pushing his team to achieve even greater heights in Dino's memory. The years that followed were a testament to Enzo's resilience and the unwavering spirit of Scuderia Ferrari. They dominated the racing scene, winning race after race, championship after championship. From Le Mans to Formula One, the Prancing Horse became synonymous with victory, but Enzo's ambitions extended beyond the racetrack. He envisioned creating road cars that embodied the same speed, power, and artistry as his racing machines. Cars that would make everyday driving feel like a victory lap. Section 5 Ferrari takes the wheel, a new era begins. The year was 1947. World War II had just ended and Italy, like much of Europe, was picking up the pieces. But amidst the rubble and uncertainty, Enzo Ferrari, ever the visionary, saw an opportunity. He knew that people were hungry for beauty, for excitement, for something to believe in. And so, in a small workshop in Maranello, Italy, Ferrari the car company was born. No longer just a racing team, Ferrari was now in the business of building dream machines for the road, cars that would make hearts race and heads turn wherever they went. The first car to roll out of the factory was the 125S, a thing of beauty with a V12 engine that sounded like a symphony of power. It was the embodiment of Enzo's vision, a perfect blend of performance, elegance, and Italian craftsmanship. The world took notice. Ferrari's road cars were an instant success, coveted by celebrities, racing enthusiasts, and anyone who dreamed of experiencing the thrill of the open road behind the wheel of a legend. But Enzo's competitive spirit hadn't faded. He knew that to be the best, you had to beat the best, and in the world of automobiles there was one name that stood above the rest: Ford. Section 6, the grudge match Ford versus Ferrari. Now picture this, it's the 1960s, the height of the Cold War, and the rivalry between the US and Italy wasn't just about politics, it was about cars too. Ford, the American giant, wanted to conquer the racing world, especially the prestigious 24 Hours of Le Mans, and who better to help them do it than Ferrari? Ford approached Enzo with a deal, a big one, to buy out Ferrari and make it part of the Ford empire. Now most folks would have jumped at the chance, but not Enzo. He saw right through it. This wasn't a partnership, it was a hostile takeover, and Enzo, a man who built his empire on his own terms, wasn't about to let some American giant waltz in and take over. The deal fell through, and what followed was the stuff of legends. Ford, their pride wounded, poured resources into building a car that could beat Ferrari at their own game. The result? The iconic Ford GT40, a car designed for one purpose: to dethrone Ferrari at Le Mans. The stage was set for an epic showdown, a clash of titans that would go down in motorsports history. Section 7. Joining forces, the Fiat partnership. The Ford-Ferrari rivalry was a turning point for Enzo. He'd proven he could stand toe-to-toe with the best, but the battle had taken its toll. Ferrari, while still a legend, needed a partner, someone with deep pockets and a shared vision for the future. Enter Fiat, another Italian automotive giant. In 1969, Enzo agreed to sell a 50% stake in Ferrari to Fiat. Now some saw this as a surrender, but Enzo knew better. This wasn't about giving up control, it was about ensuring Ferrari's long-term success. The Fiat partnership gave Ferrari the resources it needed to expand its production, develop new technologies, and most importantly, stay ahead of the competition. Enzo, ever the shrewd businessman, had secured his legacy while staying true to his roots. With Fiat's backing, Ferrari continued to dominate the racing world, racking up championships and solidifying its place as a motorsports legend. But Enzo never lost sight of his original vision: to build road cars that were as exhilarating as they were beautiful. Section 8. A legacy forged in speed: Ferrari's reign in motorsports. Now let's talk racing, because that's where Ferrari truly shines. From the dusty tracks of the Mille Miglia to the hallowed grounds of Monza, Ferrari's Prancing Horse has become synonymous with speed, skill, and that undeniable Italian flair. Formula One, the pinnacle of motorsports, is where Ferrari has truly cemented its legacy. We're talking about a team that has racked up more championships than you can shake a stick at. 16 Constructors' Championships, 15 Drivers' Championships, and over 200 race wins. But it's not just about the numbers, it's about the drivers. The legends who've sat behind the wheel of those scarlet machines. Alberto Ascari, Niki Lauda, Michael Schumacher. These are just a few of the names that have etched their names into Ferrari's Hall of Fame. Enzo Ferrari, even after he stepped back from the day-to-day running of the company, remained a towering figure in motorsports. A constant reminder that Ferrari wasn't just about building fast cars, it was about building a legacy. Section 9. More than just fast cars: the enduring allure of Ferrari. So there you have it, folks. The story of Ferrari, a story of passion, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. From Enzo's early days as a test driver to the global icon that Ferrari is today, it's a story that proves that with enough determination, anything is possible. But Ferrari is more than just a car company. It's a symbol of Italian craftsmanship, a testament to the power of human ingenuity. It's about the roar of a V12 engine, the smell of leather and gasoline, the feeling of the wind in your hair as you push those horses to the limit. Enzo Ferrari once said, "Ask a child to draw a car, and certainly it will be red." He understood that Ferrari was more than just a car. It was a dream, an aspiration, A symbol of everything we desire in life: speed, beauty, and a touch of Italian magic. And that, my friends, is a legacy worth celebrating.